Okay, today we're going to look at a 1976 Flamboyant red Stingray. It's going to be up for auction on eBay. We thought what better bike to put up on July 4th weekend. The only one we could think of would be better would be a 76 Bicentennial Stingray. But that one's not for sale today. So we're going to focus on this next best thing, which would be a red 76 Schwinn Stingray. So in this video we're going to cover what's original, what's been replaced, the mechanical workings of the bike, and noted flaws. Alright, so first thing I want to talk about real quick is what's original. This neck is date stamp 76, the Schwinn neck. This sprocket is a mag sprocket. It's also date coded 76. We've got the Chicago head badge on the front that has the date code of 08976, which would be the 89th day of 1976. We've got the S bolt on the S stamp on the seat post clamp. We've got the Schwinn approved German made reflective pedals, which would have been correct for 76. We have the short sporty fenders, which are correct for 1976 model. This front wheel is the S7 Schwinn tubular front wheel. It has a Schwinn approved hub. It comes with a Schwinn Westwind made in the USA front tire. Now what's been replaced? We'll start with the back tire. The back tire is not correct. This is an S7 back tire. This should have been an S2 back wheel, back tire on these bikes. So this is a Schwinn tubular wheel, but it's an S7. It has a Schwinn gripper slick on it. So this wheel is the correct diameter, 20 inches, but it's just a little smaller at 1 3/4 versus the correct one would have been 20 by 2.125. We've got the high visibility vintage classic look reflectors, front and back, both wheels. The seat is not original, but it is period correct. So this is a metal pan, sparkle vinyl seat, red seat. Looks great on that bike. But I will include the original seat. You're going to get the original seat, which I'll show in the next part of the video. If you choose to put the original seat on, it's your choice. You're going to get it. Now decals have been replaced, but not this one. This is the original decal on the chain guard. But these are water transfer decals on the frame forks, and we've got the quality seal, which is right there. Now after putting all the decals and all the frame has been protected with a UV resistant clear coat. So any bare metal spots, decals, you can't see any lines, they're protected. You're not going to have any problems with anything coming off on this bike. Now some noted flaws on the bike. Because it's not a new old stock seat, so this is a period correct seat. It does have a little rough spot. You can feel it with your finger where the vinyl wraps around the pan. It's got two very minor holes, just little nicks, not holes, but just little tiny nicks. And you can kind of see right here. It's basically the same thing that's on top. It's just real slight there on this, but other than that, I mean, the vinyl looks really good. Now this bike has a normal paint loss, like they all do, scratches and scrapes, but it has 3 areas which I think are more than normal. So you got 2 of them right here on each side, right there. You can see where the paint's lost, and then you have 1 right here. Now these areas were smoothed out. I took all the surface rust out. I smoothed out all the rough spots, and then of course, like I said, we put clear coat over it, so you're not gonna have any problems with rusting on those bare spots. Now I would guess that these spots here were damage caused by somebody had a chain lock right here. They had a chain wrapped around their seat post, and that padlock hung right there, and it bounced and hit, and they might have wrapped it around the handlebars every once in a while, and it hit right there. That probably happened on your daily rides to school in the 70s and 80s. All right, so we're gonna look at the mechanical workings of the bike real quick. Everything's real solid, sprocket tight, pedals spin great. So we'll look at this front wheel. Spins really easy. Nothing's in a bind. We're gonna get that back wheel going. I'm gonna stop it one time, lift the brakes. I'm gonna stop it again hard. All right, and we're just gonna let it spin for a second. So we're gonna take it down. We're gonna take it for a spin. I'm gonna take a little ride on it, show that everything's working. Now on those noted flaws, I'm gonna talk about tires. These tires are, they've got cracks in them. They're old. I don't know how many miles these tires have left on them. but I am going to give the winning bidder an option. I will replace them with these tires here. If you know, if this is going to a kid who's going to be riding it and power braking and hitting the brakes hard on the pavement, leaving black marks, these tires aren't going to make it the weekend. So if that's what it's going for, I'll be happy to replace those tires with these before shipping. These are brand new S7 Sunlight tires. They'll go right on there, and then you won't have any problem, any performance problems. He'll be able to ride it however he wants. And then here's the seat. If you want to go with the original seat, it has one bad spot here. But other than that, it's really not in that bad a condition. But pan's not rusted. So you got one spot there. It does have the tag. The seat's included. Do what you want with it. Alright, so that's it. I'm going to take it down. We're going to take it for a ride. And I'm going to put this tire next to this wheel, next to the correct wheel, so you can see that there's not much difference. But just let you know after mentioning it. That way no one's confused on the difference in the wheel. Alright. Okay, so we want to make it clear on the difference on the back wheels. I don't want anybody to be confused thinking they were getting some wheel that was. So this is a Schwinn wheel. It's a Schwinn tubular S7 wheel and tire. Now this is what should have been correct. This was the correct wheel that would have came from the factory. Now this is an S2. So you can see they're the same diameter, just one is a little wider than the other. So that's the difference in your S2 and your S7. So it still rides great. It actually, I think it rides better with the S7 on there because you have less rubber on the concrete, so there's less surface tension. So if you got a young rider, you know, that's why they put the S7 on the girls' bikes and on the juniors, because it made them easier to ride. But it also of course, it's going to make it easier to ride for a boy also, for as performance things goes. All right, so that being said, now that you see what the difference is in the wheels, just real slight. One's a little wider than the other. I'm going to take it for a quick spin. That way you can just see a little weight on it, and that'll be it.